Namaste and welcome to Sonali Joshi's Astrology Healing. In this episode, we are going to see the transit of Rahu over your natal planets. In this series, the first video is about Rahu transiting over Sun in your natal horoscope. Let us start with the current placement of Rahu. That is, Rahu is in Bharani Nakshatra in the sign of Aries. So if you have Sun placed in the sign of Aries in your natal horoscope, now Rahu is transiting over your Sun. This indicates you may come up with issues, or it may be something that seeks your attention in terms of your father, the authority, being celebrity, being the leader, and gaining fame. And when Rahu transits or conjuncts some planet, it acts to behave like that planet, and hence most of the times Rahu transiting over your Sun can be a very positive transit. Just remember not to show any negative qualities of this Rahu. And what are the negative qualities? The negative qualities are trying to gaining fame by using any wrong method. It can also mean you can be showing off things. It also means you can have a lot of ego. So avoid these negativities and you will realize this is really a great transit for most people. It is in the sign of Aries. Just remember one thing, if you have any issues related to headaches, migraine, if you're already going through some issues related to your brain and you're trying to improve too much or paying too much attention to yourself, be careful in that. Address any medical things in time, and also remember you don't do anything that is excess, because Bharani is about excess. Bharani is about either you don't do anything or you do something that is too much. Avoid this excess, and then Rahu is going to give you lot of help. All your issues will be discovered on time. You will find the doctor who is going to take care of you. In most of the times you will realize you have to bear the responsibility, but you will get the gains, because Bharani is nakshatra of Venus and Rahu works very well with Venus. So this is going to be a positive transit for most of you. Sun is also about your own soul. So Rahu is going to highlight the things that you are born for. For example, just consider Rahu's placement in Aries. It could be about yourself, your physical health, being the leader, taking the responsibility, being competitive and doing something ahead of time. Rahu will give you all these qualities, all these opportunities, so make the most out of it. Also remember, take responsibility of people who need help. Bharani is about lot of creativity, finances. Bharani is about giving birth to somebody. So make sure if you are working in the fields where you are into the maternity related field, nursing homes, you take care of small kids, young children, maybe own a daycare or a elementary school, nursery school. This is a great opportunity for you. You will get name, fame, lot of money, and you can implement some changes that could be the first in your field. So if you're thinking about such things, this is the time to implement those. Stay away from the negative qualities of Rahu, and Rahu is here to give you everything that you want. Rahu transiting over your Sun can also mean, depending on the aspects on this Sun or the other aspects that you have from natal chart, you may have certain constraints. You may feel like you are stuck somewhere, and Rahu feels restless in that time because Rahu wants something quick, faster, ahead of anybody else. So you have to make sure that you get away from that feeling. You tell yourself that you are working on something, you are going to get it, and you have that patience. The moment you try to slow down the feeling of I am behind the world, I am not doing good, you get the right frequency, right vibration of Rahu. Give Rahu a aim and start working towards that aim with taking the right path. What is the remedy in case you are noticing some negative outcomes, negative results? The remedy is you can always do Rahu mantra chanting. You can do Aradhana of any goddess Durga typically. You can also try to do Aradhana related to Hanuman. Anything that you do, any japa of Hanuman will always give you a lot of strength in facing the situations that Rahu brings. Usually, Hanuman is the deity for Mars that you do, and Rahu Aries means it is in the sign of owned by Mars. Usually Sun and Mars also do really well. So this is going to be doubly positive for you when you do these remedies. Remedies of Rahu and Ketu as well as Shani take little time, they take more efforts, and you may not get results immediately, but keep working at it. And remember, Rahu is here to give you what you are born for. For some of you who already have Moon also in Aries along with Sun, it is a Rahu return. And you are going to move on to the next life cycle, a phase of life where you are going to pay attention to new things. Watch out or look for opportunities where Rahu gives you a chance to mix with people different from your culture, different from your heritage, and be open for it. Rahu is known as a mixer, a magician, where it tries to break the patterns of conventional behavior and lets people have some openness. So mix with people who are different from you, just not by the caste or religion or by the color of their skin, but from the values that they have. You don't have to change yourself, but observe this and learn from it and be ready for higher opportunities. Sun is exalted in the sign of Aries. So when Rahu goes over that, it will give you opportunities for awards, rewards, leadership, being first in your field, finding something innovative in terms of the field that you are working. If you have worked more than 8 years or something in the same field, then this is your time to get those rewards. And be ready for it. Stay away from the negative side of Rahu. Do all the remedies that I mentioned and enjoy this time frame when Rahu is transiting through the Aries. And this is going to be the 18 months transit. Even though we are in Bharani now, we'll move to Ashwini later and there is still time. So if you haven't started doing these remedies, do them and be ready to get those awards and rewards, or at least you will be able to stay away from the negativities. Keep watching this series about Rahu transiting over other planets, and you will see, depending on your natal chart, Rahu can transit over sometimes Sun, sometimes Moon, sometimes Mars if you have a planet in Aries. Right now the readings time is little bit longer than a 1 month, but if it is urgent, you can send an email. My email is iamsonalijoshi@gmail.com. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for understanding and connecting with me. Namaste. Thank you. Shubhamastu.